Good morning. You are listening to National Real Estate Auction Radio. I am your host, Doug Dennison, and we are broadcasting from beautiful St. Augustine, Florida, the nation's oldest city at WFOY 1240 AM studios. Through the power of the Internet, this program is being streamed worldwide on 1240news.com. The show will also be archived on RowAuctions.com, as they are the host of this program. Additionally, this show will be posted on YouTube.com. We're going to be talking about real estate auctions, past auctions, upcoming auctions, different real estate markets across the country. We've got a lot of topics today. To help us out, we've got several real estate and auction leaders calling in today. Also, we've got a big auction in Ocala, Florida, which is a horse farm, 119 acres, one of the best brokers in the horse farm area is in Ocala, and she is helping with this sale. It's a big bankruptcy auction. She's actually in Saratoga, New York, up for the big races up there. Horse community, knowing those people, talking about this auction, very excited. The radio show mission statement for this show is to provide an educational experience for listeners in a promotional format for auctions across the country. We have been on this radio show since April of last year. So what's that? 15 months, 16 months, something like that. Very excited to continue to talk about auctions, talk about what's happening, get the best VIPs in the country as far as real estate, as far as auctions, as far as government, as far as real estate media, to call in as guests and share with you their ideas, their thoughts, their concerns, what's happening, and we're going to do that today. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. This is Joan Pletcher. How are you, sir?
Well, Joan, thank you so much for calling in. I kind of did an intro in the beginning of the show about this exciting bankruptcy auction and the fact that I'm working with one of the top horse farm real estate brokers in the country, and that would be you. And so tell us a little bit about yourself, if you would.
Well, I grew up with horses, and then my father was in construction, and then I married my husband that was in the thoroughbred business. So I just kind of have involved in dealing with land and horse properties and estates. And I love Ocala. It's a wonderful place to be. We've been all over the country at different racetracks and lived in a lot of different areas. But Ocala is a wonderful place to raise a family, and we've got a lot of horse activities in the area. And also a nice thing about Ocala is we've got the Greenway, where you can ride horses or carriages or hike or bike, and that's not very far from this property at all. So I'm really excited about this property. I love it. It's a beautiful farm, and it's in immaculate condition.
It is an immaculate condition. I've done a lot of bankruptcy auctions, and I was pleasantly surprised to see the condition of the property. It really is an immaculate condition. And tell us a little bit more. I've kind of told our listeners before that it's like 120 acres. It sits in Ocala. But give us a little bit more about what the property has, if you would.
It's got a really nice corporate office that has like almost floor-to-ceiling windows, so you have the beautiful views of all the paddocks where the horses, you can watch what's going on all around you. And the land is undulating, so you've got a lot of roll to it, beautiful live oak trees and the old Spanish moss. And then you've got a cute guest cottage that's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, with a porch style that overlooks the patio and paddocks. And then you've got a wonderful, either a stud barn with a breeding shed or a great show barn. That's 6 stalls with a office. And then there's another barn that's a show barn It's about 18 stalls. It has 2 foaling stalls, so if someone wants to foal out their mares there, you're all ready to go. And it's got a nice 60-foot covered round pen that's lit and irrigated with a covered viewing stand. And then you've got another wooden barn, like for run-in and run-outs for yearlings, babies, or brood mares, however you'd want to use it. And another really neat feature of the property is there's a lake that you share with adjoining farm owner that's spring-fed, and it's got 8 and 10-pound bass there and brim. It's just a beautiful addition to the property.
Well, as a potential bidder, tell me, what do you think I would use it for? Would I use it for a horse farm, for thoroughbreds, breeding? Would I use it for something else? Who are we going after, Joan? I know you're up in Saratoga right now, and at the horse track area, talking with a lot of horse people that might be potential buyers and bidders at this possible great opportunity with the bankruptcy auction. But who are some of the possible buyers?
Well, it's definitely a thoroughbred buyer, but the nice thing about this property is you're not limited to any kind of breed, or you could, even if you wanted to have cattle or alpaca, you could do that there.
Okay.
So that's the nice thing about it, and it's just a wonderful place since there's not a main residence on it. There's so many nice building sites that you could pick to build your home that you want. So you kind of could customize it however you wanted to. And the location is so nice because it's close enough to hospitals in town that it's suitable for doctors or attorneys. And then it's in a great school district. Plus, you're only about 3 miles to I-75. But yet you're in a very private, quiet country setting. And also, you're just probably like a mile from the Florida Horse Park.
Mm-hmm. And tell the listeners what the Florida Horse Park is, if you would.
The Florida Horse Park is an area that was going to be, at one time, they were going to build a barge canal across the Atlantic to the Gulf.
Mm-hmm.
And they purchased all the land all across Florida. Then Nixon nixed that idea, and so the government gave it to Florida as a greenbelt across Florida.
Okay.
And anybody there that wants to use it can hike, bike, ride, walk, whatever. And the Florida Horse Park is 500 acres of that land that's been granted to the horse park. And they have dressage, they have 3-day eventing, they have polo there, just a lot of different events. And it's a wonderful addition to Marion County. And we even have a bridge over I-75 that connects with the greenways and trails, and that's one of the very few places in the world that you can, ride over an interstate.
Well,
and that opens up thousands of acres for trail riding for you.
It's a beautiful area. I mean, as far as horse communities and horse people, I mean, Ocala is on the par with Lexington, and then everybody else is kind of below. Is that, tell me, because I know Ocala is known not only nationally but worldwide as far as a horse community.
Well, we did have the designation, of being the horse capital of the world.
Wow.
Because we have so many different breeds.
Yep.
Lexington likes to say they're the thoroughbred capital of the world, but we say we're the horse capital of the world because we have so many different breeds here.
Understand.
And it's just a great mix of horses and people, and it's a really warm, friendly place to live and raise a family.
Well, you know this property very, very well. Number one, you are the in my opinion, the top horse farm real estate broker in the area, which is saying a lot because this is what is sold in this area. I mean, I've looked at your website, You've got a lot of great buyers and sellers, and you know that the value of your business is relationships. So a lot of your people are doing business with you now, and then 5 years ago, and then 10 years ago. I mean, you just have a great business there.
Thank you, sir. One of the things this is a property that's very dear to my heart. I sold the whole farm twice, which was 400 acres.
Mm-hmm.
And then I literally sold this 120 acres for the third time. And the gentleman paid quite a bit for it. He did a land trade. And then he went in and he's revamped all the buildings. So they're like new, and they've got the standing seam roof. And it's just incredible. You don't think about finding a property like this available in Ocala.
Mm-hmm.
And especially have the opportunity to buy it that often.
Yes, that's very true. And it's a bankruptcy auction, which is exciting because the bankruptcy auction, I mean, you know exactly what you're bidding on. You get the best title in the world. You can bid until you want to stop. It's very transparent. It's very fair. And so we're excited about that. Your staff has been so good at this auction and helping us with the information and tips. And I want to certainly talk about Bonnie Cash. She has been a godsend to me as far as getting information and making all that information available to the buyers who need to do their work and investigate so they're ready to bid on August 24th right at the property. And let me put the property, it's a 119-acre horse farm in Severn. It's called Severn Oaks. It's a bankruptcy auction. It's going to be at 11 a.m. Online bidding is available. How can people contact your office to get more information, to get all the inside scoop on the auction, to get all the property information? Because you know this property 10 times better than me.
Well, we're all available, Bonnie, and then I have another assistant. I'm really blessed with two great assistants. Francis Galvez is out in the field and is available, and Bonnie's available, and I'm available. If someone wants to come see the property, they can call us at 352-266-9100 or send us email at joanpletcher@aol.com, and we'll be glad to meet them and show them the property. Our office is only like 3 or 4 minutes from the property, and so we're available almost 24/7. I have Bonnie works on Sundays and Francis works on Saturdays. So,
and you work 24 hours a day.
I definitely do. That's the nice thing about real estate. I'm in Saratoga, but I've been working on the phone for the last 3 days.
I know that, and I'm so glad you're up there because right now, many of our potential buyers up there, and so just the fact that you're so well known in the horse farm business is so important. I'm so happy that you are working with us. Give us your telephone number one more time, if you would.
352-266-9100.
Well, very good. Hey, thank you so much for calling in today. Look forward to seeing you again. I met with Bonnie yesterday and met with other parties involved with this sale. I was in Ocala, and I'll catch you next time you're in Ocala. But do a great job up there in Saratoga. Thank you. It's Joan Pletcher Realtors, and they're in Ocala. They are the best to work with. And again, Joan, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You bet. Bye-bye. Was with Joan Pletcher. She's president of Joan Pletcher Realtors in Ocala, Florida. There's a big bankruptcy auction. She and I are working together. Her staff is wonderful. Very, very interesting auction because it's a wonderful opportunity. It's going to be held Friday, August 24th at 11 a.m., and very happy to be involved in that. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back, and we'll talk about these things more.
MarkNet Alliance is a national, membership-based network of 41 auction companies. Our companies are successful auction professionals with proven track records and thriving businesses. The MarkNet companies have a staff of over 540 employees who are working hard every day to meet the goals of their clients during our ever-changing economy. MarkNet companies are able to achieve these goals through cutting-edge technologies and ever-growing investor pools. To view the hundreds of auctions currently being conducted, or for more information, visit marknetalliance.com.
All right, we're back listening to National Real Estate Auction Radio. I'm your host, Doug Dennison, broadcasting every Friday live from beautiful St. Augustine, Florida, again with Realtor Auctions, and they are, as I just said, a premier company for auctions across the country. They are a national real estate auction firm that started in 1936. They do online auctions, on-site auctions, and ballroom auctions. They have offices in Florida, New Jersey, California, Georgia, and have alliances with auctioneers and real estate brokers across the country. They do government auctions, bank auctions, bankruptcy auctions, and much more. They have a big auction schedule coming up, so check out their website at www.realauctions.com, or you can call them at 800-323-8388. Again, I started the show saying how excited I was for having an interview on, when was it? It was actually yesterday with the Florida Realtor magazine. They want to know how brokers could make money through auctions, and that is a very, very important thing for me, because brokers really help the auction process. They can make money 4 ways, and that is through registering buyers, auction referrals, being the local auction headquarters, just like Joan Pletcher is for this upcoming Ocala bankruptcy auction, and they can also buy at auction. And so I thank the Florida Realtor magazine editor for calling in. For calling me and interviewing me. That will be out in a couple of months. I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about this upcoming Ocala Horse Farm bankruptcy auction on August 24th. You want to go on realauctions.com for more information. We're going to say goodbye. We'll be back next week